Breaking news out of Northwest Harris County. Deputies are trying to find the driver who hit and killed a teenager riding a bike on Greenhouse near Psalms. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez tweeted that two teens were riding bikes when an unknown green-colored car struck one of them from behind. The driver fled the scene about 3 a.m. Specifically, this is in the area of Spanish Needle and Psalms. The 16-year-old teen who died died. If you have any information about what happened, call Crime Stoppers.
This morning, police are searching for a gunman who shot and killed a man in Southeast Houston around 11 last night. It happened at a duplex on Bangle Street. A manager and neighbor say they heard a gunshot and found the man dead in the hallway, and they're urging anyone who has any information to come forward.
New this morning, investigators in Fort Bend County want you to keep an eye out for an 87-year-old man who is missing. Gordon Waddell was last seen about 7 last night on FM 2977 in Richmond. He's believed to be driving a green 1996 Toyota Camry, similar to the one you see on your screen. Investigators tell us Waddell has been diagnosed with a cognitive impairment, and they're worried about his safety.
This morning, detectives finally have a face and a name to go along with the sketch of a woman found dead in Manville 30 years ago. She was known only as Princess Blue because of a class ring found near her body, a ring from Lee High School, which is now Wisdom High School. And as many of you know, our reporter Courtney Fisher has long had a passion to help solve these cold cases, and they've gotten a big break in this one, Courtney.
That's right, Tom. One step closer to figuring out what happened because we have a name and a face. I do want to show you, we are outside what was formerly Robert E. Lee High School, and you can still see the sign here. I talked exclusively with this woman's family. For 30 years, her identity has been a mystery. But now, take a look. You're seeing it for the first time. This is Julie Gwen Davis, Princess Blue, according to Manville police. She grew up in Orange, Texas. 7 months ago, Julie's two brothers gave their DNA to state police. A ranger was investigating the possibility that Julie might be a different missing woman. When the brothers' DNA went into a state database, it matched Julie's or Princess Blue's. Her family has been searching for her for 33 years now, and they have gotten news about this just 48 hours ago. Here's her brother.
And I'm still trying to process that they found her, and that it took so long. I want them to know that she had a face, she has a name, and now I'm fixing to give it back to her. And I get to say goodbye to her.
We first profiled Princess Blue's story 7 months ago in our ABC 13 Unsolved series. So now to have an update like this is pretty amazing. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be revisiting some of those unsolved stories that we brought to you over the last few months. If you have a tip, if you want us to look into a cold case, please find me on social media. For now, reporting live, Courtney Fisher, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, it has happened again. The statue of Christopher Columbus near Montrose has been vandalized for a third time. This is the third time in the past week. Overnight, someone poured tomato sauce all over it. Last week, someone poured red paint on the face of the statue and left behind a message reading, "Rip the head from your oppressor." The next night, the hand was broken off. All this comes during a nationwide debate over the removal of Confederate statues. Well, here in Houston, yesterday, crews removed the Dick Dowling statue from Hermann Park, erected 115 years ago. He was a Confederate commander who helped win the Battle of Sabine Pass against Union troops. That statue of Dowling will now sit in a warehouse until the museum requests it. It was originally supposed to go to Sabine Pass and the battleground historic site there, but the mayor said he didn't want it. Then on Tuesday night, crews removed the Spirit of the Confederacy statue from Sam Houston Park. That statue will go permanently to the Houston Museum of African American Culture.
Now to the debate over a mandatory mask. Starting today, United Airlines will put anyone who refuses to wear a mask or face covering on a list. Multiple cities in Arizona are starting to require a face mask. This comes after Arizona's governor announced he would allow local governments to decide the issue. It's a change for that state, which, like Texas, has seen more hospitalizations from COVID-19. In the Lone Star State, that number hit 2,000 last Tuesday and has been steadily going up ever since. Now, some cities and counties are enacting mask mandates without the state's approval. ABC 13 reporter Charlie Etzedy is live to explain. Charlie?
Yes, good morning to you, Erica. Well, Houston and Harris County could potentially be the next to implement a mandatory mask order, and it could also affect a lot of public places in our area, like Memorial Park, that are very heavily trafficked. And this, of course, is in response to the rapidly rising confirmed cases of COVID-19 and also hospitalizations that are happening across our state. And Mayor Sylvester Turner and Judge Lina Hidalgo both confirmed to us that they are speaking to the county attorney to figure out how they can legally move forward in proceeding with a mandatory mask order. And so if this does happen, Houston is going to be joining Austin as well as Bexar and Hidalgo counties, all of which have some sort of a mandatory mask order in place right now. And it's important to note that Governor Greg Abbott so far has not pushed back on any of these mandatory orders across the state. So it will be interesting to see how Houston and Harris County move forward. Charlie Ed City, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
As businesses tank in the midst of this pandemic, a new bar is actually opening today in the Memorial area. Kirby Ice House is opening its second location on I-10. The bar is 120 feet long. The owner believes it is the longest bar in Texas. The outdoor is pretty spacey too, like its original location. This bar will also feature backyard games like cornhole. Now, Kirby Ice House says they have safety measures in place, which include maintaining 6 feet between tables and temperature checks for staff and guests.
All right, let's check out your weather forecast. Alita?
All right, weather-wise for today, our dry pattern continues, hot and humid. This afternoon, less than a 20% chance of wet weather. You will see improvements in the air quality, unlike the last couple of afternoons with ozone pollution watches. We will see moderate levels of ozone instead of those unhealthy levels, and that will take us into the weekend, and we will see some improvements in that air quality over the weekend with rain coming back into the forecast. Today, there's your 20% chance or less than 20% chance of rain. Really not much in the way of moisture around the Houston area. We'll find it far out toward the west or even a little bit closer toward Louisiana. So we've got a 20% chance of some wet weather there. Now we fast forward to the next 7 days and we've added a little bit more color on the map showing that the moisture starts to increase from the Gulf, and that's going to increase our rain chances for the weekend. We've increased the rain chance a little bit for Saturday, now up to 30%, 60% chance of some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms for Father's Day. A better chance you're going to encounter a downpour, and then those daily downpours are going to take us into much of the week with some drier conditions setting up late next week into next weekend as some of that dust from Africa, Saharan dust cloud, moves into our area, guys.
All right, and that's all the time we have for the news.
Stay up to date with us on our ABC13.com webpage and our app. Have a good one.